Welcome everybody to our live stream here on lichess and Twitch. I'm your host, International Master William Pascal. We're gonna have a short half stream today, about an hour and a half. Wednesday, weird openings, Blitz Challenges. So, waiting on some Blitz Challenges here from you guys. What is up, everybody? Wednesday morning, Astrobait is not in the house. No one is in the house. So I'll look for a challenge to get warmed up here, or maybe we'll do some puzzles. Puzzle streak. I'll start a puzzle streak. I don't really like puzzles, but just to warm us up here. Keep going. That was tough. That was tough. Agnes Karajewski with a donation of 100 bits. So what's up with this puzzle? Thank you, Agnes Karajewski. Knight f7, presumably. What is up, everybody? What's my puzzle record? I don't know. 80 something? I got to 80 something and then I allowed us... I missed the... what's it called? En passant trick. So I'm just killing time until we get a challenge here. 5+3 casual. I want to do 5+3 casual. Weird openings challenge. Agnes Karajewski, thanks for donating 100 bits. It's been kind of slow here in terms of support, so I appreciate that. Hey, it's Miro's in the house. It's early enough to catch Hey, it's Miro. Alright, I'm done my done my puzzle. Outside pawn, baby. So his king has to be on this square. That's not a good square. The king has to be inside of this square. Stop that pawn. But if it gets to a5, he has to be inside of this square. So f2 is not good enough if I get my pawn on a5. So the point is, like, I take on b7. He takes back. I have to go back to stop the pawn. If he plays king f2, I play a5. If he plays d6, I take the pawn. So this is a solution here. Yeah. Alright, let's take some challenges. Troll in the Roll is here. Wow. I like how I have a tournament for Chess 960. I guess it was just too late for Troll in Kazakhstan. But or Tibet or wherever he is. But I like how you missed my tournament for Chess 960 yesterday, and now you're here for the Weird Wednesday challenge. Totally inappropriate. We go after the pawn. It's like Rubinstein Kuhn. Alright, let's take these challenges. Enough silly puzzles. You wish you were in Kazakhstan. Oh shit. That sucks, dude. North Korea. Hey, Danis, what's up? International Master Baratoshi Daniel. Live from Romania. Wow, look at all these people I haven't seen in a long time. Troll in a Roll and a streamer I can rely on even in the earlier hours. I'm the only person that's like streaming from Europe at this time. Yeah. I'm the only one. I mean, there's not enough people. You had COVID too? I hope it wasn't too bad. I had a really mild case in January. The flu was much worse. I was really sick for like a week with the flu, but the COVID was no big deal. So nice to see you guys. Weird Wednesday. So we have a short stream today, just an hour and a half. I have to do some stuff later, so till 12:30. I'm trying to play weird openings or unusual stuff I don't normally play. Your vocals will damage. You know, I saw the study, man. It's really crazy. They just came out with a study that says that people who even had like mild COVID like they did 300 to 400. They took, you know, two groups of 300 to 400 people who had mild COVID, and in the study, half of them were like control and half of them had mild COVID, and the people who had mild COVID's brains, their like gray matter was like 0.2 to 2% smaller after having mild COVID. Seriously. But it like specifically affects like two areas of the brain: the smelling sensation and memory. It's crazy that just having mild COVID could reduce your brain power permanently, or they don't know. You know, maybe it's just temporary. Maybe the brain actually can recuperate. You don't believe it. I don't believe it. Well, it's like it's a virus inside our bodies, so I believe it. I'm supposed to play weird openings. I got distracted. Ah. Yeah. All right. We're going to turn it into a gambit. There you go. Unsound pawn sacrifice. Well, obviously it's very shocking, and you don't have to believe it. They might be wrong, you know, maybe it's just a coincidence. One study doesn't prove anything. Chess players are not in danger. I thought that too, but I'm not sure. You might have to, you know, it might also depend, like what kind of things you think about. Chess doesn't train brains. Chess 960 trains brains. Right, troll? Normal chess doesn't work. I'm trying to sacrifice a pawn here for the initiative, but this d5 is rather disruptive. Well, I'm not sure it happens like immediately. I think it's like a long COVID thing. You know, you don't like get COVID and the next day your brain like shrank by 2%. I think it's kind of the long COVID. It might take like, you know, a period of time. Yeah, Magnus has that big Neanderthal brain. Give the c4 pawn. Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, it's not even giving a pawn. I mean, I have queen a4 check there. You're right. I should have just played bishop g2, because like takes, I can just play check and take the pawn back, or temporarily sacrifice it. Danis is right. There's no reason to hesitate here. Although I can still play bishop g2. But I think there's some compensation. I honestly like forgot I was playing weird openings. This is a strange move. Get a pawn back. It's not enough though. Well, actually it is. I'm only down one pawn. King e7. Hayesmir's in Alaska. It's really late there. He's probably sleepy. How's Sarah Palin doing? Actually, Hayesmir's pretty close to troll. You guys could like walk across the land bridge and Maybe hang out, get together for some games. You could meet in the Aleutian Islands. Maybe he can hook you up. Maybe he can help hook you up with some Wi-Fi, troll. Yeah, I don't know. The power of the bishop pair. The power of the open file and the queenside majority looks pretty good to me. My development is a little bit laggy. I think the bishop pair, obviously it's good. Yeah. But if he does like e5, and if I play, what am I going to do? My bishop's going to get shut down. I can't like let him trade my bishop off. And now he has knight d4. Rook e1. Bishop e6. Oh, he's doing that right away. I didn't think he was really going to do that. I was just kidding. I just don't want to trade my white square bishop, really. I'd rather not trade off my bishop pair. So like bishop d5 check wouldn't have been a problem if his knight was on c6. He should have kept his knight on c6. I think knight d4 is a bad move. I missed the hanging pawn? Really? Are you sure? What hanging pawn? Bishop takes e5, knight e2 check. Are you sure I missed the hanging pawn? Did you lads discuss recent developments in international affairs? Never. Would we ever do a thing like that? Recent developments. I'm practically on the front line, man. You're safe in Siberia, troll. Alright. Yeah, Dennis and I are going to be on the front lines of World War III. No big deal. Staring down the barrel of Russian tanks pretty soon. I have nowhere else to go, you know? It's not like I have a house in America to go back to. Yeah. All right, where is everybody? I'm not up to date here. Fight on the chessboard. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Yeah, now he went back to c6, see? Now he can play bishop e6. He should have never played knight d4. So now my biggest chance is really, I think, the queenside majority. My biggest chance. Best chance. Most promising opportunity. Uh-oh. There it is. That's not cool. That's gotta go. Right? Yes. Do you want us to send you some Coca-Cola, troll? Starbucks, Russian vodka. McDonald's, Microsoft. Oh, Russia's gonna pass a law to make like pirating software legal or something. I think North Korea probably has that in effect already. It looks like Hey It's Miro is kind of... he's ready for bed, basically. They should get together with like Chess Base. Steal some software together. He's not resigning. There's always a chance he could mate me. I kind of lose interest when I'm like up a piece a lot of times. And that's when you get lazy. Troll psyched. Alright. Troll on a roll from Kazakhstan by way of Tibet. Chess 960 is not Weird Openings Wednesday, but it's cool anyway. So Troll missed our tournament yesterday. No, I didn't really play a weird opening that time. It's my brain is shrunk from COVID and alcohol. The other thing is that like even one alcoholic beverage a day makes your brain smaller. I'm in big trouble. Okay, this is a perfect situation for a Bird Larson. You know, the Bird Larson seems to work really well in Chess 960. It seems like almost every setup. Yesterday I had almost the same setup. My queen is here, my king was on c1 in yesterday's game. This is better. I can try to get to the diagonal. Actually not, because he has g6 first. So much for the Bird Larson. We'll just play a regular bird. But it's nice not having my king on e1, so it gets attacked. Yeah, I agree. The space seems to be more important in Chess 960 than normal chess. It's kind of weird. I was saying this yesterday that the normal chess setup is not like random, you know. Pieces coordinate well in the standard chess setup. Not so much in Chess 960. It's hard to get organized. But Troll usually takes the center and it's good. Always bring out your queen early. I still think that we could, I don't know, g4 maybe? How am I going to make this bishop work with my queen out on h4 now? This might have been a mistake. I don't want to play g3 and get my queen like stuck. Unless I can get it across with an f5 push. I shouldn't have done this. I couldn't resist though. Probably I shouldn't play queen h4. You should never move your queen on the third move in any variant of chess. Almost definitely. So he's sacking the pawn on h7. It's definitely compensation if I take that pawn. Queen f6, knight f6. I mean, queen h7, knight f6, queen h4, bishop g7. Black has very real compensation. This bishop is a problem. He's threatening to bring his bishop out in castle queen side. So maybe knight c3. He'll just defend it with knight f6. So he wants to go for e5. That's illegal. Yeah, it's weird to get... You know what I had a problem with chess 960 yesterday? I'm always hanging my rook pawns. You know, you just... In normal chess, your rook pawns are always protected. You don't even think about it. And it happened twice yesterday. In my mind, they're protected by rooks, no matter what, you know? It's so weird to not have your rooks protecting your rook pawns. They're not rook pawns. This is a rook pawn, by the way. but normally that's not happening here. So I do have a rook pawn. I don't know what to call the king side. What do you call the queen side? It's hard to talk about chess 960 because I don't even know what side is what. But G South's statement about space is really true. It seems like controlling the center is more important. Maybe not controlling, occupying the center with pawns seems to be more effective here than even in normal chess. For some reason that I'm not fully understanding. Yeah, I have a problem with my bishop. Well, g4 has to be played in the coming months. Well, what was my weirdest opening so far? I only played 2 games. I made an unsound pawn sack in the English opening. But I wasn't thinking. I'm not awake yet. I had a kind of hectic morning. So maybe d4 should be considered here. It's sort of anti-positional. I'm thinking development is more important than g4 at this point. Ready to castle. Yeah, this starts to look like a normal chess game. Except for the bishop on h1. How does that work? I get it. So he takes with the queen. Coffee's not here, he has to work, but Asterbate is absent. He's probably sleeping. Doesn't sleep much. Can you play me in the next game? I have to go soon. Well, I do take the subscribers first. We don't have any subscribers. The Apollo challenged me to raid and it has no games, so that's not happening. If you promise, I'm the one that's supposed to play weird. Well, you guys can play weird openings too. It was nice to have a visit from Danes. International Master Danes. Don't get a lot of good players around here. Usually most players who are titled are like arrogant and they don't wanna watch other titled players. Danis isn't an arrogant guy. He's a good guy. I find that most strong players They don't want to share their knowledge with other strong players. That's a problem. Well, relatively speaking, we're both in the top 1% of chess players, which isn't bad. Okay. Not bad, anyway. Cheaperspieler hasn't been here for a long time. I think he must be busy with school. He hasn't been streaming. I haven't seen him around. So Dennis, you never joined like another Hungarian team for the Hungarian Team Championship? There. Yes. Yes, you did, or yes, you didn't. Oh, you'll be playing on the 20th. Oh. Alright. Now. Don't tell me. Oh, shit. The enemy. That. Oh, no, the enemy. Oh, my God. Speak of the devil. Well, at least you're not, like, playing me. No, I mean, they're not enemies. They're just our main rivals. There's a difference between enemies and rivals. Is my queen trapped yet? Oh, you have no idea what board you'll be playing. How does it work? If you join late, they just put you on any board, or it has to go by rating? I don't understand how it works. Like, doesn't Yurikaza have a player or two from the Ukraine? Probably they can't play. Stupid question. I assume the Ukrainians are busy. Probably, you know, more important things than chess. Hidden attack emerges. It wasn't so hidden. I was aware that that's in the position. Okay, I guess I can play Queen G5. What about my hidden attack? I'm not allowed to have anything here? Oh no. He has a secret move now. 92 check. OMG. Okay, that's alright. Because I can just take with a queen or rook or whatever, yeah. Phew. I get the queens off the board. You can have the pawn on A2. I don't care about that. Take it. I don't want it. So what's the valuation here? Equal. Not a bad game for Chess 960. Wow. Most Chess 960 games are like 100 set upon loss. This is like a normal. Why not B takes C? He had 92 check. Oh really? I thought 92 check was just strong. Wow. No, I didn't realize I could sack an exchange here. This is an exchange sack. Did you see this? I have perpetual. Which one is your team? Dude, I'm the team that's like trying to fight you for the Super League. Are you kidding me? We're your primary like competition. You remember I play for Hobogoy. Okay. Well, your team and my team are the only teams that can realistically win. So it's really just it's coming down to the last 2 rounds. You have 2 matches left, we have just one. But we're both playing like weak teams. So it's going to be very close. Yeah, every game will count. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 games, really. Alright. Yeah, I'm playing board 1 on Sunday. Next Sunday. Not this Sunday. On the 20th. Why do you get mad if you lack chess skills and lose? Why do people get mad about anything, you know? Why do they have road rage and start to try to like shoot each other on the street? Alright. Too much testosterone. I don't know. Lecky asked to play first. This guy keeps challenging me to rated with no games. We'll let him play. Because Sumahair just showed up. He's a subscriber. We'll take his challenge next. But he wasn't here. I'll let this guy play first. I'm going to play the Polish or something like that. A delayed Polish. Yeah, knight e4, that's a bit much. So you heard I was going to play the Polish? And then you played c5? Okay. We'll play the Smith-Morra. Danae's favorite. No, that's c3 Sicilian. It's the same thing. I don't get that. Like, people who play the Smith-Morra, they transpose to the c3 Sicilian. It's like, these openings are really not... They're kind of polar opposites. I feel like in a lot of cases the c3 Sicilian is very solid, whereas the Smith-Morra is just flat out sacking a pawn for the initiative. It's weird. So black plays e6. I tried to sack a pawn and he plays e6. How the heck am I going to play an interesting opening here? Okay. We'll transpose to the Sicilian. By the way, I don't know who this player is, but they played yeah, understand some ideas before choosing your openings. Well, I think like the Smith-Morra is good for beginners, learning how to play for the initiative, and it's good for like kids who are starting out. Maybe they're not that good strategically, but they need to learn tactics and open games, something like that. So d5, this is a strange move. This is a very rare move. I don't know, I think I'm supposed to just take here. Yeah, I had an interesting Evans Gambit the other day. Right. If you know, it's like Morphe. You learn to play for development and outstripping the opponent in development. To understand Morphe's concept of chess, where you just simply win by nature of fast development and you're not creating weaknesses. I mean, it's kind of a philosophy of chess. So black played d5. You know, I'm sure this exists in theory. We could transpose to like a so-called Marshall defense. I mean, white should be able to get a decent isolated queen pawn. You stole that idea from Mr. Shandor? Mr. Biro? Castles? Why not castles? Oh, like on bishop e5? Yeah, I thought about it. Yeah, you can castle. Sure. Maybe my queen ends up like bad here. But I have knight f5. I don't even know if it's a good move. Probably not. I don't know, I'm not developing, but I'm better structurally. I mean, if you have an isolated queen pawn, you need to have like development and try to keep the pieces on the board. Black doesn't really have that in this Marshall Sicilian or some lines of the Tarash French. So he's condemned to passive defense for the whole game. Usually, when you have this isolated pawn, you need to have kind of like active compensation. The pawn is interesting, though. I think like he could give me the bishop pair. Oh, today in 1943, a future amazing player was born. It's my friend's birthday, I just remembered. So he has the same birthday with a certain Bobby Fischer. Right. Yeah, I keep forgetting. And my friend is 49. One of my best poker playing friends. 49 is a good age. Someone else I know is 49. It sucks though, it's really old. I mean, I think like 60 is when you officially get old. Wow. Can you really do this? You're sacking a piece? Wow. The knight's a little tricky to get out of there. Got a spy from the other team. Yeah, he's here. He doesn't know anything, he says. Well, we're not playing them. There's only one match left. We're playing a weak team. They're playing two other weak teams. We really don't we really don't have any direct contact anymore, so this is a contest of who can score more. But we're not going to tell them our secrets, and they're not going to tell us their secrets. Well, actually, no, I know their secret now. And I can warn the other team. Danace is playing. He supposedly doesn't know what board he's playing. I'll pay them like a bounty. I'll give you $50 if you beat Danace. That'd be funny. Whoever's playing for their team, I'll pay them like $25 for a draw, $50 for a win. I don't know what I'm doing. This doesn't make sense. Whatever. You can have the piece back. I don't care. I'm raging now. I went crazy. I gave him the piece back. I was just like frustrated and I couldn't find the move I liked. I keep wanting to like play for cheapos. Hooked on cheapos. Just doesn't work. I want to play like Queen E5, you know, but it's all just a lie. I was obsessed with doing that. I'm just gonna settle for a clear advantage. And no time. I'll start paying bounties. Wish I had extra money. Right. Queen e5 and queen f6. That's what I wanted to do. But it just doesn't work. They have food stamps where you live, Troll? Yeah, he allowed the back rank mate. Alright. Take with the queen. Yep. Sumaher. You're actually supposed to mate with the smallest piece, technically. So I'm taking this challenge. He's a subscriber. Thanks for being a subscriber, Bjock. Weird openings Wednesday. I don't know. It doesn't seem like I play e4 a lot against you. The Caro-Kann is very hard to play something unusual against. I tried like g4 once. I think I tried queen e2 recently. Let's try b3. I feel like it's hard to invent weird systems against the French and the Caro-Kann. I'm just doing some kind of like Yababa style pseudo gambit. We can turn it into a black Mardimer. Knight d6 mate idea in the Caro-Kann. Well, only in like specific positions. Goiju, thanks for being a subscriber. Hiroku. El Prepador. Guys, short stream today, we're just going to be here for another 45 minutes. Unfortunately. Tomorrow night is our subscriber stream, so if you are a subscriber, Troll, I guess Troll needs a gift sub because he's having some trouble with his credit card. I don't think your Amex is going to work. Funny, Amex, I have this weird thing, like if anyone tries to donate with Amex that doesn't go through, like they think I live in Russia or something. I don't understand what it's about. Like Hungary is not Russia. Like why does Amex not work for me? Duh. I live in Hungary and my PayPal account is like American, so yeah, I was talking about it yesterday. No, I don't owe them. They like threatened me 20 years ago and forced me to pay it back with a really nasty collection agent. No, they've been begging me to like open an Amex account for years. I just would never ever do business with that company again. Never. What do you do here? Oh, my c2 pawn's hanging. How do I get my bishop out? Right? I guess just knight e5 and then like g4. You sent me a game yesterday? Alright, well it never gives me the alert. You know how it is, you're like chat banned. I never get a message when you send me a message. How would I know if you sent me a message? World banned. I think you're still allowed to get gift subs, troll. Welcome, Chess Zebra. Even world banned people. So h4. h4 g5. What is he gonna do? Isn't this an issue? Oh, my c-pawn's hanging again. What's up, Chess Bro? Welcome. I got 45 minutes, guys. It's a short stream today. So tomorrow's subscriber stream. Submit your games at your own risk. We'll try to do as many as 10 games for tomorrow night's stream. Never give your friends or family members like an Amex card on your account. Just a piece of advice. You forgot to tell you guys, I played Levon Aronian in an Evans Gambit like 2 months ago. Wow, where? Where? How? Really? On Chess 24? That's cool. I don't think I ever played Levon other than like live in the Blitz live, which I reference in my stream, but I don't think I ever played him online. Strangely, even years ago, he used to have an account on Internet Chess Club, but I don't think we ever played online. He's a really good guy. Well, at least he was. I haven't seen him in a long time. I like Levon. He's a cool person. He's not a total chess nerd like most top players. Like, well, take over the world. World domination. Rebuild the Soviet Union. Putin is basically Hitler with nuclear weapons. It's a pretty scary combination. Wow, 95. Well, that's the thing I was thinking, you know, it's so weird with modern warfare, troll. Like, even if you're losing a war, like, you could be like, oh, I'm going to press the nuclear button. You know, you could just, like, blackmail the whole world. I don't know, it's a weird situation. You can keep bluffing with a nuclear button over and over again. Like, how do you defend against a nuclear bluff? That's what I don't understand. Yeah, their conventional army isn't that powerful, it looks like. But I don't think that's a surprise to some people, you know. I'm not that afraid of the conventional army, although, you know, it's too much for even Ukraine, and it's definitely like Russia could just like roll across Hungary like nothing even happened. You know, I'm not looking forward to Russian tanks on the Hungarian border. If you think the Russian army looks bad, you should see the Hungarian army. I don't know, man. It's a scary situation. So what am I doing here? I'm just going to castle. I don't know why I'm thinking so long on this move. Oh, China's going to buy everything? I think they wanted to do that here too before the opposition party raised a big stink. They wanted to build a huge university, a Chinese university in Budapest, and it went over like a bad fart. And we blocked that idea. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if there is a plan. Well, China's got to be like the biggest economy in the world, right? Are you kidding me? The Russian economy is like microscopic next to China. Like massive manufacturing. They manufacture more goods than any other country in the world. Okay. But I'm just stating the facts. I'm not a fan of Chinese goods, man. I'm not like supporting the purchase of Chinese goods. I'm not a fan of China or something. I don't know why you don't attack the messenger. But the fact is, they want to buy up a lot of stuff. I mean, they bought a lot of buildings in Hungary for sure. A lot of real estate, I'm sure. Heroku. They own like most of Africa. Africa is basically a subsidiary of China now. Except for maybe South Africa. And like Northern Africa. The Belt and Road. Yeah, but they're going to own the whole continent. China is basically colonizing Africa economically. Let's try A3. I was supposed to play weird openings, but we got into a normal French. Archaics is driving me crazy with this political stuff now. Let's just stop. It's too distracting. I know you like to do that. This is not the place for it. Don't involve me in this. I don't do like forums or arguing about stuff. And it's too distracting. I forget about chess. I don't get out enough, you know, so since COVID, it's just too easy to get tempted to get involved in some discussions. It looks like Heroku's in trouble here. Subject was approached to me. I don't know much about China, so I'm not going to get involved in economic, political discussions about China. Nice game by Black, though. On the queen side, he's got a good position because of what just happened here. Maybe knight b5, c4. We try to blast it open. Free rolling, trolling and rolling. Broach the subject. Now what? I don't even know how many pawns I've sacrificed so far. Just one? That's not too bad. I kind of like c5. f5. How's my kingside attack coming? On the way. Oh yes, knight a5. Oops. I didn't really want to allow that. We'll have to play very sharply if we have to go into an opposite color bishop situation. Oh, he found it. Look. Rook b4 maybe? Sack the exchange. We'll have to play very sharply here. If knight c4 I take and we go for it. Chess is my escapism. Yeah. I keep getting sucked into like political discussions. But I just do thinking about politics all day. It's funny, I used to be very apolitical. I never used to care about politics at all. But it's hard when like World War III is on your doorstep to just ignore it. Yeah, I'd like to escape. Actually, when my life was a living hell at one point in the early 2000s, my personal life was an atrocity. That was like the best I ever played. I've told the story. I don't know. You probably heard me say this before, WJ Loof. Speaking of escapism, but I had this really shitty private life, and it was like a bad Maury Povich episode. Basically, I had this one time where I went to a tournament with a friend of mine, and he drove me home. We were away for like the weekend, and he drove me home, and he stopped in front of my house, and I didn't want to get out. I just wanted to keep driving around the block. That reminds me of what you're saying. I didn't want to go home from the chess tournament. Exactly. And it's small wonder that I had a good chess run there. I was like, no, don't stop the car. I don't want to go home. Well, the last 5 years have been a living hell, but I was realizing the other day that I had kind of forgotten about the previous living hell that I lived through, We're really, human beings are really capable of a lot of abuse. And, withstanding a lot of, right? We really withstand a lot of wear and tear emotionally and physically. And then it's you forget this horrible period in your life. Because the new horrible period in your life seems so much even worse because it's very fresh. Now we're facing COVID, a nuclear apocalypse, possibly World War III. And I forgot this really other shitty period in my life. In retrospect, how bad that was. Someone was saying to me I look pretty good for my age. And I was like, well, I had an easy life until the last 5 years. And I was like, wait a minute, actually that's not true. I didn't have a really easy life until the last 5 years. There was that time in the early 2000s when I was living through a TV talk show. Forgot about that. Alright. El Rossador, welcome. No 95. Nah, I forgot I could move that piece. I don't calculate. I have COVID brain. No, I don't show mercy. We can always play 95. Danis gave it away. Now I see it. Oh, the light. The light. Show me the light. This doesn't work. Shit. Damn it. It's too late. This is a disaster. But even though I'm down 2 pawns, the position is weird enough that maybe white's actually doing alright here. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm distracted. But not just from the conversation. I have brain damage or something. That shot, it wasn't even a weird opening. I did some puzzles before this stream too. I mean, I should be able to calculate one move threats. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. It doesn't look that simple for black. He's basically down the knight on h6. I'd rather have, you know, an exchange than a knight on h6. Or have a bishop. If it's actually on the board. So life is an endless succession of shitty but different situations. Yeah. I should work for a greeting card company, like Maxwell Smart. Pass pawn, anyone? I think I need that. Let's take it before it does some damage. Amazingly, we're still alive after 2 horrifying blunders. Well, objectively, like, white is probably better. The pass pawn is dangerous, and his knight is still out of the game. I missed Dennis's move, and then a second blunder, just hanging my rook. This doesn't look good for black. Relatively strong pawn, but maybe he can pick it off. Rook c8. Your girlfriend was proud to announce she finished the puzzle in 3 weeks. On the puzzle, on the box it said 3 to 5. 3 to 5 years. That's pretty funny, man. It sounds like one of Masturbate's jokes. Speaking of boxes, I couldn't calculate my way out of like a paper bag. But the queen is very powerful, centralized. 2 horrible blunders. So we're going to take these challenges. I got 35 minutes left, but this is game. Like, look at this game. What is my center pawn loss? Like 100? I'm supposed to play weird openings, and I'm just playing like the main line of the French. I think it's long COVID. I'm like foggy headed. A3 is not so good, by the way. I think I got this from Nigel Short. Look at the statistics here. 6 blunders. No inaccuracies, but 6 blunders. I didn't mean to ban that guy. Sorry about that. Yeah. That was accidental. Accidental ban. Click the wrong button. Alright. Please don't play the French. It's hard for me to play weird openings against this. What's wrong with me today? I don't know. My brain is not feeling fresh. For some reason. I made a really bad coffee this morning, and I had to drink my coffee with almond milk. Maybe that's what it was. Almond milk effect. I had coffee and cereal with almond milk because there was no milk left. I don't know, I have no other theories. I made a bad coffee. It tasted sour. Yeah, knight f6 is a good move. Very nice. I screwed with the morning ritual, basically, exactly. I went down to the fridge and there was no normal milk. I was like, what happened? There was like two milks in the fridge yesterday. Where did they go? My kids drank like two quarts of milk. Bishop e3, interesting. Yeah, I thought about another weird line in the winnower French. I'd forgotten about bishop d2. Someone was talking about that in the normal winnower. This g4 though, I was surprised, like, has no games in the opening explorer at all. I don't think there's a single game with g4 against the French. It's kind of interesting. You know, you can go with a king-side expansion, like a King's Indian attack. It doesn't seem that stupid. Now I just have essentially a good, you know, head start on a King's Indian dunce opening style position. White has a good game here, I would think. Not sure what I want to do with it. Maybe the knight on e2 has to move. Jerry Springer. I said Maury Povich, but I was thinking of Jerry Springer. I missed the 90s. Right. I miss watching talk shows. More. Life was so much easier then. Yeah. I'm just having time to watch TV. You saw him live in the theater, that's crazy. Going with the King's... Yeah, it's basically a King's Indian attack for white. / closed Sicilian. My big dream was to get on the Jerry Springer show. So sorry we didn't do it. Would have had a great episode. Exactly. I am your mother, Luke. Not your father. No, yeah, Jerry was better. Jerry Springer was the best. Then there's like Geraldo, who's still around, amazingly. He's like right wing, political. Though sometimes he goes cross. The good thing about Geraldo is that he will speak out sometimes against the right side, but mostly he's a political pundit for the right wingers. It seems like Geraldo has some sort of limits. I can't believe I'm talking about like 2000 era talk shows. We might as well talk about like Judge Judy. See, it helps if you're like unemployed for a long time. My friend Joe was like the biggest fan of Judge Judy. He like didn't work for 20 years. You need lots of time to watch trashy talk shows and courtroom TV shows to really become an expert. You absolutely can't have a job. So this guy's playing pretty well for a 2600. Well, I'm finding a year insufferable. What does that mean? Jenny Jones? I remember when I was a kid, we used to watch The People's Court. That was pretty cheesy by today's standards. A year unemployed. Yeah, but you could become an expert in daytime TV. At least, that would be something constructive. Right? Very constructive. So how do I do this? I have no breaks. G6 opens the H file against my king. Meanwhile, black is playing like a pretty decent game, I would say. I want to play f5. It's like my only chance. Give him the e5 square, which looks absolutely wrong. But we're going. Yeah, we gotta give squares to get squares. That's what Bobo said. Robert J's birthday today. Like he gave a square against Kyrie's and got his ass handed to him. The e5 square in the Caro-Kann, that was bad. Yeah, you got to be very careful about this square. I mean, black sits there. There's no way you're getting it back. But I don't think this is bad for me. Pretty standard King's Indian situation. I can play Rook F2. Then comes knight e5. So he's already got threats. And I don't have the standard kind of defense here. With like knight e1, like you would get in the normal King's Indian. If anyone here plays the Mar del Plata King's Indian, they know what I'm talking about. I mean, this guy is really 1600. Doesn't seem like it. He's 1200 in rapid? Don't think so. He's played very sensibly, not castling, queenside expansion, very well played. He understands patterns of the pieces. Maybe he's like terrible tactically, but just hasn't been tested. I have this. Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky that he doesn't have a tactic here. Rook c1. Man, this guy's like 1200 in rapid. I mean, how do you explain that? He can't calculate like 3 moves deep or what? Positionally, he's extremely strong for his rating. Now I'm finally better, but it took a lot of work. And even now it's still close, I would say. I just have too much space. No, still not easy. I don't like this move bishop b2. I should have played rook c2, probably. And positionally, very high level play by black. I mean, get out of here with the 1200. Why are so many people doing this stuff? Damn. Just narrowly beat him. Oh. He has to go. That's why he had to play. He's been waiting a long time. Alright, El Prepador. I feel like we lost someone. Yeah, that's quite a 1200. Wow, this is a decent player. 2196. You blundered when you hung a piece at the end in time pressure. It was like a 2000 plus level game by black until that point. I see a lot of this. People rated between like 1100 and 1600 and they play like they're 2000. Prepador with A3. It's weird to play a3 when I haven't played e6 yet, right? That doesn't seem right. That's against e6. I'm not playing a normal Queen's Idiot here. This move seems like a waste of time. It's not like my bishop was going to come to b4 or something. Maybe I should play knight e4. But it's not the most aggressive plan. a3 has very little use here. So what is this now? We're going to get the London system type thing? No. I thought he was going to do like the h4 castle queen side. Bishop takes f3 is an interesting move. Doesn't feel right though. I don't want to give up such a strong bishop. Now he can stuff it with d5, but stuff it. Stuffed bishop. See that a3 haunts you. But I think that black is only like equal here. He has good control of d5. Good grip on the center, so probably white's okay. But queen d1 is kind of passive. Now what? Now what? Hey everybody, I have time for like one more game after. Maybe I don't even have time for that. Yeah, I've got to be. This may be my last game, depending on how long it goes. Actually, I have to leave and my alarm is going to go off. So this looks like last game. Sorry, just a short stream today. Last game. Megalodon. Oh, L Prep is you. You're always L something adore. I should have known. L Megalodon. I'm just choosing moves at random now. This is a bad idea, right? I didn't want to get pinned. I'm lucky I don't drop a piece here. Yeah. No, knight e4 wasn't a great move by me. But I didn't know what to do. Probably just a5 would have been best. I should have just played a5. If you open the A file, you're... Yeah. But I mean, I'm still fine. It should be approximately equal. I gotta go after this, guys. We're gonna be back tomorrow night with our subscriber stream. Game analysis. If you are a subscriber to the stream, thank you for being so. And thanks to all of you for supporting the stream, especially our unemployed friends. WJ Loof, Subscribed despite the fact that he's unemployed. Alright. Now A5. Queen E3, bishop E7. Whoa. Master. What is that about? He just ignored my threat. Indignantly. Pawn structure. Hi. We're going to be back tomorrow night at 6:30. Sorry I have to leave early today. But I would never cancel a stream. Okay. You had a tactic with rook takes c1. Interesting. Not surprised. I missed that. Something with a2 or something with d3? Yeah, I think you played really well. I can't imagine how you could be 1200 in rapid. Even 1600 is slightly hard to believe. I'm surprised by a lot of people. But perhaps you're good in strategic chess. Tactics is easy to improve, I think. If your weakness is more in tactics than chess, you know, you can rapidly improve in tactics. Just not that hard. King F1. What's he up to here? Did you... What is King F1? What is he doing with King F1? What are you trying to do? Where are you going, bud? I guess he's just making a waiting move because he didn't know what to do. I could have played rook f5 there, by the way. This is an interesting move. With the intention of sacking an exchange on f3. I like rook f5. Something satisfying about that square. I think that white is losing material now. And you know, our pawn structure is so solid. Crashing through the A file. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I just want to see the last position. Was rook f5 better than rook a4? So tempted to play that move, but probably not. No, rook a4 is clearly best. It's up there though. It's in the top 4. It's second now. There's something beautiful about this move, you know? Especially after king f1. You know, I'm threatening to do like rook takes f3 exchange sacrifices. It's pretty nasty. Alright everybody, thanks for playing. Shock Opa, welcome. I'm just leaving. We had to leave early this week for today. We'll be back tomorrow night. If you're a subscriber, please submit a game for tomorrow night's stream at 6:30. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and then you can submit a game for tomorrow night for a game analysis. 12 cent upon loss. I finally played a decent game today. I was a little unfocused. Thanks everyone for watching. On behalf of the Panda and myself, we'll see you all. We'll see you all tomorrow night. Bye-bye.